60cc mini karts out on the circuit. It will be the former teammates who face off on the front row of the grid. Andrea Antonelli from Bologna in the energy kart on pole position. And on the outside of the front row of the grid, the fastest qualifier on Friday night, Baby Eichmans. Ian did a time of 53.847 to take pole position, the fastest of the 82 drivers. His second race with the Baby Race team. And he starts on grid number 2, the 530 TM-powered Paralin. There is the circuit, this magnificent complex built back in 1988. The kart's on screen. Eichmans, the bright yellow helmet, you can't miss him. His mechanic Nelson just kneels down. A couple of last-minute words to him. Certainly fired up are the Belgians after their 5-2 win against Tunisia yesterday in the FIFA World Cup. Ian Eichmans, who lives only a stone's throw from the former Grand Prix circuit that is Zolder, certainly wants to win. Second race for his new team, Baby Race. It's their home circuit. Antonelli, 515. The driver in 517, this is a story and a half. He is from Jamaica. His surname is Powell. His name is Alex. Very likable young kid. Wow, can he drive? Just have a think about that. Surname Powell from Jamaica. Yes, the Olympic gold medal sprinter, Asafi Powell, is his cousin. Does speed run in the family or what? Alex Powell has been superb all weekend. The 517 of the Jamaican, also driving an energy, lives in Trinidad and Tobago these days. Just repeating, the Olympic gold medalist. Won it in the 4x100 relay at the Olympic Games a couple of times. 97 times he went under 100 seconds. Along with Johan Blake, Usain Bolt. Well, Alex Powell starting out at grid number 3. That's his cousin. Eichmans there on pole position, 530. Still a few moments away from the start. Joel Bergstrom from Sweden to the left of your screen, 546 in the Formula K kart. In contention for the victory. We have to also look out for the Norwegian driver, Martina Stensson. 501 in the Paralin. You'll see the green helmet of the Norwegian, certainly putting himself into contention. Quite a few people up in Scandinavia watching our broadcast here this afternoon, particularly those racing at the Rudskogen circuit up in Norway there. Hello to you. Great to have a strong representation of Scandinavians here. Martina Stensson. Speaking of Norwegians, Dennis the Menace Hauger, twice WSK Supermaster Series champion, taking a win yesterday in the British F4 Championship. Dennis winning the WSK title a couple of years ago. Martinius from Norway winning it this year. That's him behind one of the beautiful Italian grid girls. 503 Brando Badoia from Montebelluna, just outside Venice. Of course, son of the 1992 Formula 3000 international champion, Minardi Ferrari Formula 1 Grand Prix driver, Luca, who's one of many Formula 1 drivers here this weekend. Brando, rarely out of the top 3 or 4 throughout the heats. Starts on the 4th row of the grid alongside the Dane, Julius Dennison. Martinez starts alongside Ashkay Bora, the American. They're both in the Paralin kart. Energy and Paralin, it's certainly been between those two manufacturers throughout the last 12 or 24 months in the 60cc mini category. We're just a few moments away from the start of what promises to be a spectacular race here this afternoon. Yes, this is not Formula One. We have grid girls. And to quote the 1990s American sitcom, or paraphrase at least, yes, they're real and they're spectacular. Of course, that's Seinfeld I'm referring to. We're ready for a start. The 60cc mini drivers, 34 of them on the grid. Eichmanns fires it into life, looks across at his former teammate, Antonelli. The battle will be between those two drivers. Have no doubt, there's Martinius Stensone. .34 karts, there's Bergstrom. We take a look at the grid for you. Antonelli on pole, then it's Eichmanns. Pal from Jamaica. Another edition of cool runnings in the making. Alex starts out of 3 alongside Joel. Martinius, Ashke, then it's Brando Julius. Kajetan Gavra on the pole alongside Francesco Marenghi. Jacopo Jimenez, Manuel Scognamiglio on the 6th row of the grid, all Italians. Alexander, that's Hayden Rupifieri. Rashid Al-Dahari, the boy from Abu Dhabi who lives in Beijing, speaks 5 languages perfectly, racing the 540 Tony Kart on grid number 15. Andrej Petrovic from nearby Serbia had 2 massive crashes in the heats. Despite that, he's fought his way back into the final and starts out at 22. Maximilian Popov, the son of a Top Gun, literally. His father, Alex, the Russian jet fighter pilot. Maximilian, 502. Looking to do this from the 15th row of the grid. The energy of Andrea Antonelli. I can just see the team manager, Mick Panigada, walking over to the fence. Will it be his driver who takes victory? His teammate, Alex Powell. There's 2 energies on the front row of the grid, or their former driver, Ian Eichmanns, the Belgian, fired up after his country's 5-2 win over Tunisia in the FIFA World Cup yesterday. Will he take victory? This is 10 laps. You are looking at South Garda karting. It's a beautiful sunny afternoon. There is no chance that snow will cancel the show here at Lonato. We're ready to race the Open Cup. And we go green. Antonelli wins the start. Eichmanns misses it. He's back to 3rd under pressure from Stensone and Bergstrom, the 2 Scandinavians in 4 and 5, tucked in behind the Belgian. Energy Kart 1, Energy Kart 2. Powell in 2nd place for Jamaica. Down the inside goes Stensone, pushes Brando out wide. The North Italian in the Paralin will lose 2 places out of that one. They come down the hill for the first of 10 times. Antonelli, the leader. Powell from Jamaica, how superb is his debut here in WSK competition. He won 2nd, but he's got a fearsome Eichmanns right behind him. No, he doesn't. He's got Eichmanns up the inside. Now he's got Eichmanns ahead of him, but not for long. The Jamaican fights back. Joel Bergstrom, the Swede, watches everything. The Formula K team kart driver saw all that happen, sits in position number 4, ahead of the Norwegian Stensone. All the while, Antonelli already puts 0.4 of a second on the rest of the 33 karts. Down the inside goes Bergstrom. Eichmanns back to 4th. It's going wrong for the Belgian. He has to recover and recover fast because he's got the reigning WSK Supermaster Series champion Stensone breathing down his neck. Bergstrom in the Formula K kart. Can he attack the karts that are full of energy? The team from Bergamo run 1 and 2. Bergstrom, will he put it up the inside? Indeed he does. The Swede goes through on the Jamaican. The Norwegian on the Belgian. Stensone gets Eichmanns, who goes back to 5th, who goes back to 6th. Brotherware goes through, as does Bora Ian from grid 2. The Speedware entry, now back to 7th. The bright yellow helmet of the young Belgian ahead of Kajetan Gavron. He's being attacked. Then it's Scognamiglio, Kubenko, Marenghi, the Portuguese driver, Ivan Dominguez, Jacopo Jimenez, and Rashid Al-Dahari in position 14, closing in on the leading pack. The Formula K kart of the Swedish driver, Joel Bergstrom, splits the blue machines. The kart's full of energy. Powell and the race leader Antonelli. Bergstrom up the inside. The Swede leads the Italian. Oh, it's going wrong for Antonelli as well. It's a front row start curse for both Antonelli and Eichmanns. The Italian is in second spot. Eichmanns comes across the line in P9. Joel Bergstrom from Sweden, the race leader in the Formula K kart. This is the start of lap number 4, down into the pit hairpin. Eichmanns over the ripple strip in the background. He's trying to fight off the challenge from the Russian, Alexander Gubenko, but it's the Swede who leads the Italian, the Norwegian Stensone, then the Jamaican, Alex Powell, cousin of Asafa. Yes, that is worth repeating. And Brando Badoer rounds out the top 5. Into the Bridgestone hairpins. 3 of them, the best passing opportunities on the track, as Brando proves right there. The Italian up into position 4. Puts Alex back to 5th spot. Martinius into 2nd. The Norwegian from Oslo in Norway. This kid also is a star, but the driver who leads is in a bright bottle green machine. The Formula K kart of Joel Bergstrom from Sweden. The Scandinavians running 1 and 2. Bergstrom from Sweden, Stensone from Norway. The Italian Antonelli from Bologna, the home of the Italian car manufacturing industry, that part of the world. He's running in P3. Brando Badoer in 4th spot. Now Bergstrom going defensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Powell back to 5th. Bora, Gavron, Scognamiglio, Eichmanns down the inside. Brando Badoer up on the podium. Powell fights back. There goes the Jamaican. He's through into 4th. Antonelli, it's falling apart for the Italian. He started off pole. Eichmanns, who started off grid 2, just sits the fastest lap of the race at 53.784, but the Belgian back in P9. The Norwegian, the reigning Supermaster Series champion, Martinius Stensone, leads at half race distance. Bergstrom looks behind. There is Brando. In the Paralin kart, indeed the Paralin's running 1 and 3. The Formula K in 2nd, the Energies 4 and 5. And it's back to Bora in, yes, you guessed it, another of the prolific Paralins, indeed, in one of the heats yesterday. They were 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. As Antonelli goes up the inside, Powell wheel to wheel with Kajetan Gavron, Ashke Bora. This will draw Eichmanns back into it. The Belgian from grid number 2, fastest qualifier on Friday night. Look for the bright yellow helmet of the young Belgian. The front 4, though, they're pulling away. Bergstrom in 2nd spot. Stensone, the race leader, under severe pressure from the Swede. Brando on the podium at the moment, as he was in Adria. The first round of the Supermaster Series in the first weekend of February from Montebelluna, just north of Venice. Sponsored by Replay Jeans. That was the original sponsor of his father Luca when he won the Formula 3000 title way back in 1992. Into the Bridgestone hairpin. Bergstrom takes the lead. Look at Badoer. He needs to defend. Powell in P4. The Jamaican now the best of the Energies. Putting his teammate Antonelli in the shade somewhat. He looks behind him. What a fairy tale story this would be if Alex Powell can climb the podium this afternoon. You've seen the Hollywood blockbuster Cool Runnings based on the Jamaican bobsled team in the 1988 Winter Olympics. This is Alex Powell, the racing driver from Jamaica. He's 1 step off the podium. Brando is now on the 2nd step. Martinius back to 3rd. He responds. Martinius in 2nd. It's still the Scandinavians. 1 and 2 here at Lonato. Alex looks behind him. It's quite a way back to the pole. Kajetan Gavron. Bora, Eichmanns 7. Antonelli 8. Scognamiglio and Marengi rounds out the 10. 2 laps to go at the end of this one. The WSK Open Cup here at South Garda Karting. Eichmanns now ahead of his former teammate, Antonelli. Be assured, there is pride amongst those two just to finish ahead of each other. The race win. Will it be the Swede? Will it be the Norwegian? Or could the Italian Brando win in his home country? Down the inside, Stensone retakes the lead. Brando around the outside. There is nowhere to go for the Italian. Alex Powell, the Jamaican, What a fairy tale story this would be. We had to check that we've got the Jamaican flag for the podium, and we may need it. Alex Powell, the best of the energy drivers. A lap and a quarter to go here at Lonato. The last corner for the second to last time. No change this time. 1,200 metres to go. The WSK Open Cup. This is the final lap for the 60cc mini class. We started with 82 down to 68 after the heats. 34 for the final. And it's the Norwegian who leads. He goes defensive. He blocks from Bergstrom. Watch Brando around the outside. Tries to take the NASCAR. High line, there's no space. Still, Powell cannot get up onto the podium. Down the hill for the final time. Gavron P5. Eichmann 6. Brando goes second. Does that give Martinius the lead he needs? I think so, because he goes defensive. Martinius runs wide, but he's got enough of a gap. Brando in second, Bergstrom in third. Martinius Stensson from Norway wins the WSK Open Cup here in Italy. Spectacular from the Norwegian from the third row of the grid. Baudouin second, can you believe it? Alex Powell from Jamaica has finished third on the podium here this afternoon. The cousin of the Olympic gold medalist. Yes, you heard that right. Asafa Powell's young cousin from Jamaica. We know there's plenty of you watching over there in Kingston, the home circuit that juts out into the ocean. Well, your boy on the podium in a WSK race, the Norwegian from the Italian. And like an episode of Cool Runnings, Alex Powell for Jamaica, man. Third on the podium this afternoon. Unfortunately, Bergstrom just misses out. Eichmann's P5 behind Joel the Swede. Antonelli was 6. Gaetan Gavron in P7. Bora, Marenghi and Manuel Scognamiglio in P10, the third Italian home. Look at the internationality of this field, the Norwegian, the Italian, the Jamaican flags. I can't recall, I don't think we've ever seen a Jamaican flag on the podium in WSK international competition. Bad luck for Joel Bergstrom, the Swede who did all the hard yards early on in the race. Eichmann's 5, ahead of Antonelli, Gavron, Bora, Marenghi, Scognamiglio. Special credit to the driver in 16th, Andrej Petrovic, on his head yesterday in the heats. He rolled, he had another crash, but he fought back, did the Serbian, and he finishes here this afternoon, 16th out of 82 drivers. This kid's good. They're coming from Norway. They've never had a Formula One driver. Plenty of success in the World Rally Championship. Dennis the Menes Hauger winning the WSK Supermaster Series. A couple of years ago, he took his first victory at, I believe it was Thruxton yesterday, the Red Bull team junior driver. And his countryman, Martinius Stensson, wrapped up the Supermaster Series at the start of the season. He will stand on the top step of that podium in a few moments' time. The podium presentation for the 60cc mini class in just a moment. What a spectacular race here, the 60cc mini drivers. The drivers are down here, the Vega caps are on. We're ready for the podium presentations here in the sunshine of South Garda karting at Lonato. I don't think we've ever had the Jamaican flag on the podium in WSK international competition. But the boy from the Caribbean has driven superbly. A brilliant race. He finishes in position number 3 from Jamaica. Third place, Alex Powell. Second place for Team Paralin from right here in Italy, Brando Baudouin. The winner from Norway, he's the reigning WSK Supermasters Series champion. He's won here at Lonato, Martinius Stensson. The third place trophy to Alex Powell of Jamaica. Second place, Brando Badoer from Italy. The winner of the first ever WSK Open Cup from Norway, Martinez Stensone. We stand by for the national anthem of Norway. The podium for the 60cc mini category here at Lonato. Third place from Jamaica, Alex Powell. Second place from Italy, Brando Badoer. And the winner, the reigning Supermaster Series champion, the Norwegian Martinez Stensone.